Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Monday the 31st, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. I am making the next week's worth of vlogs after I'm back home off the ship because it was so windy and so noisy everywhere except my room. There was nowhere I could have made these vlogs, and I didn't really feel like sitting in my room talking to the camera. So I like to be walking when I talk, I like to be outside, I like to be doing something else while I make these. So these are going to be kind of memory recaps of what it was. So because I am already back home on the US soil, and most likely it's gonna be each one of these will, as I am starting or finishing up my run for the next couple days till I get caught back up and catch all the days in there. So but we got this morning fairly early-ish, got out, headed up to the running track. My lovely bride was still sleeping, so I got up there to the running track and basically was gonna walk my first lap to kind of, you know, stretch my legs out and whatnot and all that good fun stuff. And the wind is so damn bad on these ships anymore. It's ridiculous. And like, it literally, I couldn't run with my ball cap on, and I had to like tuck it off in a chair and stuff with my water ball and a couple of little things I had. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, I literally, the wind was just blowing so much, like it was awful. And part of the thing is these ships are getting bigger and bigger, and they're making them taller and taller, but they can only make them so wide, so they be able to fit those stupid canals and up against these ports. So to get them that wide, when the waves get even the slightest bit of uneven water, they have to speed the ships up in order to keep them steady so they don't slosh around so much. And one of the things that happens is now that you got these boats are used to run 10, 15 mile an hour at most. Like a lot of them ran 8 mile an hour. And now they're running 20, plus mile an hour, and the wind just whips. And this ship, when they designed it, they wanted to go with a much more sleek, modern, artsy looking design, which is wonderful, except there's no wind blocks. A lot of the ships will have like weird, like half walls built across the decks and stuff to basically act as wind fences, lack of nothing else. And this ship does not have those at all, and it is awful. So, and to give you an example of how bad the wind was, I watched the lady today as where you're coming underneath the running deck, you're going up onto the pool, there's a little burger bar there and a little soft serve thing. And as you step up the stairs to go towards the pool bar and coming down a long aisle, and the running track's above you, it's like this wind tunnel, and it creates such a turbulence right there at the stairs that it took my glasses off my face. Like, that's how bad it was. I was holding my hat on, that whipped my glass off my face. But I watched a lady who had just a small ice cream cone, nothing even big. She comes around that corner and she, was holding it there, and the wind hit her in the face so much, I watched it take the ice cream out of the cone and slap her on her chin and land right in her chest, and it fell on the floor. So she literally just got slapped in the face and chest with an ice cream cone that blew off the cone. Didn't drop it, still had the cone in her hand. It blew the ice cream out of the cone, which is just too much damn wind. Absolutely ridiculousness. So yeah, that's what we had to deal with. So I went ahead, got my run done, fought through the wind, and it's a weird 2-story running track here. It makes a big figure 8. You run up a long slope alongside the pool, and you basically get to the top. You run around like a, I don't know what you want to call it, like a mechanical area, and then you circle back, so you make like a weird angle that way. Then behind that mechanical area, you take a steep downhill, you go downhill, then you run back across the top. It's kind of a weird design. So, but you're running up and down from one floor to the next. So from 14 to 15 is the floors you run up and down as you run your laps from the pool and the mechanical area, out by a couple hot tubs and stuff, and it takes 5 laps to make 1 mile. So it's a really small course, but again, you're running up and down it the whole time. It's a weird ass design. So, and of course, there's a ton of people out there. It's not a dedicated running track like you have on Virgin. So it's like literally people walking on the buffet, carrying food and stuff, and walking to the bar, and people are walking the wrong way on the running track, and they're popping around corners right as you're running, and they're right in the middle of the track, and it's not a great design, but made it through. Got my run in, got that finished. Went over, jumped in the hot tub for a little bit. Actually, first I went to the plunge pool, which the water temperature is probably, I'd say, mid 70s, maybe low 80s. I didn't get a thermometer on it, but it was nice and chilly water. So I soaked in there for a little bit, and from there I went and jumped in the hot tub. And then my wife finally texted me and said she was awake, so I headed up to the room, grabbed a shower. She got dressed, I got dressed. We headed down and grabbed some breakfast. And their buffet is called the Cafe. It's the Ocean View Cafe. It's a dumb name for it because there's also like 3 other cafes on the ship, and it gets confusing which one's which. But hopefully we'll figure it out eventually. So we got our food, and it's just a bunch of people just rude and cutting in front of people and stuff and whatnot. And apparently they do not look at their dishes after they wash them. They run to the washing machine, because I literally, I'm like one little corner section, there's like 8 stacks of plates, 4 of them had food on them, but just the parts are sticking up. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? So I mentioned it to one of the employees. I'm like, hey, these all have food on them. So he goes, oh, that happens. And just like chugged them off, like, where you wash them again? Not like, oh, sorry, or nothing. Just like, that happens. And I'm like, okay, cool. And every time I went to that buffet, every damn time I went there, I would just look around as I was walking around looking for food. Every one of those sections, the little triangle corners, there's probably 6 or 8 of them out there. I saw rotten, or old food I didn't wash off on the plates every single time. And I'm like, this is the best we do here? Like, this is supposed to be a resort level ship. Like, this is supposed to be a high-end ship. You guys can't get plates clean? Like, come on, man. So, got our breakfast, got into that, head back to the room, grabbed a couple other things we wanted to do. I went out and found a smoking section, which wasn't great. It's super windy, and it's got a weird canvas top on it. So, like, you literally get sunburnt sitting out in this semi-shade. It's awful, and it's windy as hell, because, again, we're running 20+ mile an hour, and that canvas top is just whipping. It's just so noisy. That's why I couldn't do any vlogs there and stuff. It was not great. Went and saw a show. Again, musical themed show, which is fine, but it's so fucking loud. Oh my God. Everything is so loud. Everything in life is so loud. And everybody else around us is complaining. And I'm just like, how, like, have you guys ever had anybody complain to customer service, to staff, or anybody, and said, hey, it was too quiet, could you guys turn it up a bit? That's never been complained anywhere on this ship, I guarantee it. But yet, you guys, even the staff are complaining that they hear people complaining about how loud it is all the time. Yeah, so that means it's too fucking loud, turn it down. So got through there, ended up heading back out, went and we had dinner reservations for like 8:30, but there was like a weird show thing. It was back and forth. So we went in, was able to get into dinner early, and it takes, holy shit, it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get fucking dinner here. Like, it's 15 minutes before they even bring us our menus to look what we want. And then we order food, and it takes 15 minutes to get our appetizers. And for our sides, we usually order 3 sides. We each order a side, and we order a side to split. And we tell them that we're getting 3 sides, 1 each, 1 to split. So they bring it to us. They bring us 2, 1 for me, 1 for her. I'm like, what about the third? Oh, we'll bring that once these are done. I'm like, well, there's only one of us. Like, we need to eat off that together. Like, we want it right now. Like, bring them all at the same time. So couldn't figure that part out. We finally get our third side, which now in their 15 minutes. They finally bring our entree, and then after we're done eating, we push our plates away. They've even taken our plates away. 15 more minutes to even get the menu to look at desserts. Then another 15 minutes to get to desserts. It's just so damn long. I don't know if they're trying to make it seem fancier because it's supposed to take longer at a fancy restaurant. I don't know what it is. Or if it's the fact that the people making it are down in the basement and they're bringing it up on a conveyor belt, kind of through an elevator thing that's not made locally right there in the kitchen for each restaurant. So that was kind of what it was. So, but we finally made it through dinner, headed out, saw another show, got a live performance down at one of the bars. How are you doing today?
Good, how you doing?
Better than I deserve. So we head back down, and it was one of the bars called Eden Bar, and they were doing like a live music production there and stuff, and some acrobatic activities and stuff. So we had fun there. Went out and smoked a little cigar out by Eden Bar, and it was mostly covered and kind of windy, but there was enough room you go on the back. You get a little bit of wind block, so it wasn't horrible. And the seats are decent. They're not great, but they're all right. So got done with that. We kind of wandered around the ship some, did a little bit of shopping and whatever and whatnot. Just kind of look at things. We never buy anything on ships. We buy booze sometimes, that's it. And that's why we have a bunch of food left over, because I can literally get the alcohol cheaper locally than I can on that ship. So I don't know why people think that's a good deal, because I know guys that'll buy literally like a bunch of alcohol in there. I'm like, ABC has that shit cheaper than what's on the ship. And you're bragging like, oh, I didn't have to pay tax on it. Okay, fine. But you paid 20% higher for price then. Like, it was $80, it's now $100. So you paid a quarter, 25% higher. You could have paid 7% sales tax. It makes no sense, but whatever. So we got done with that, headed back to the room. Got somewhat situated. Our room is still hot. We complained about it yesterday, complained about it again today. He's like, oh, it's the best it can do. It never gets below 69 here, whatever. I'm like, whatever. So I took a shower, and I get out, and I'm sweating. Like, haven't even got dressed yet, and I'm like sweating in my room. Like, this is bullshit. So it is what it is. I'm already not super happy with it, but I'm just kind of over the whole cruise ship thing. I think I'm over altogether, but definitely over if it's not Virgin. I'm done. I don't care. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We wrapped it up, called it a night. So I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a safe, wonderful car. Thanks for watching.